How do you build two handsome men to be friends and roommates in The Sims 4 without using any CC? Well, sit back and let me show you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Justamomthatsims. I'm KT, and I'm here today for another Sims 4 cast creation. It's a speed one. So if you like to have fun and you like a good story, please consider liking, subscribing, following, commenting. Just do all the things. Let me give my normal disclaimer. I do not edit my voiceovers when I do speed builds, renovations, or cast creations. So please forgive my ahs, stumbling, bumbling, and my slow Southern United States drawl. So we are here because I am building Sims for season 8 of my 90 Day Fiancé Sims 4 edition series. Every season is a brand new story. Sometimes you will get Sims that are a few generations down, but sometimes you get brand new Sims most of the time. This is one of those times. You have already seen me build Nara New Monday. She has albinism. However, now you're going to see me build two friends and roommates, Ellis Young and Samuel Strong. Now, this is Ellis Young. I did use one of those new pre-made Sims to start him, and I feel like the hair you saw that had the receding hairline is his actual hair, but I kind of decided early on that I'm going to put him a different hair on because he's going to wear a toupee. Ellis is an aspiring actor. Him and Samuel, who you'll see me make next, they do live in Del Sol Valley. However, the thing with Ellis is he has these traits that sometimes hinder him. Like he is very self-absorbed. However, he's ambitious, which is not necessarily a bad trait. But when you put the two together, he ends up sometimes making decisions that he definitely could have done better with if everything with him wasn't based on his career. So that's how he's self-absorbed. Like anything that happens, if there's any kind of conflict or any kind of decision that needs to be made, Ellis is going to think, how can this further my acting career? And what happens is he can be quite selfish in certain ways at certain times, but you can see that I am kind of trying to build his shape a specific way. I have him with nice legs, but they're not the thickest, but not skinny. Also, I kind of pulled his chest out a little bit. After I started putting clothes on him, I was like, oh, I think his shoulders are a little bit too broad. I really try to make my Sims look different from the other. There are definitely people far better than me at it, but I am very proud of the Sims I made here. Let's kind of get back to the story. Ellis is roommates with Samuel, and that's because the cost of living in Del Sol Valley is kind of expensive. But I will tell you that the second sim I'm building, Samuel, he actually is owning the house, or he is the owner of the house that you will see me build that they stay in. And that means that Ellis is the roommate. So he has to pay rent to Samuel. Samuel actually charges him less than he probably should for rent. But he felt like, hey, this is a guy who's out here trying to make it like so many people in Del Sol Valley. I've got this big house. I mean, it's too big for Samuel. And, I could take this guy in. It would send, some extra money to my house, or to my household funds, but it's not that important because the thing about Samuel is he is an academic, where Ellis is just kind of going out the seat of his pants. Does he have some acting skills? Yes. Is he great? No. If he practiced and had lessons, could he get better? I mean, it's a possibility, but there are parts that even Ellis recognized in acting that is like natural. And yeah, you absolutely can take lessons and learn and get tips and get mentors and get better. So Ellis is kind of early in his career, even though he feels like he shouldn't be. Like, okay, what I'm trying to say is he's not as far along as he feels like he should be. And I think that's kind of hard to determine because in acting, in this Del Sol Valley world, you can really be all over the spectrum. The other thing about Ellis is he's skeptical. So anything you tell him, and it doesn't have to be about supernatural, anything that you tell him, like, hey, I got you a new job, I got you new this, he's going to be skeptical. So now we are going over to Bill Samuel Strong. Now you can see I literally went probably through all the pre-made Sims. I did not randomize by gallery Sims this time. I kind of do this sometimes because it's kind of easier to pick people. I really want you to look at his face though, because I feel like I got his face pretty far from where I started. Like I can even see it shaping up now. I really want him to have full lips. I think I want to use this hair from Crystal Creations that has the hoop rings in it, and then I can use variations of hairs to get the exact look I want. Now, Ellis is a little, this is Samuel. Samuel is a little more buff than Ellis. Now, they are friends. They're definitely friends. Are they best friends? No. Are they great friends? No. But they have a good friendship. I would say, on a scale of 1 to 5, they're about a 3.5. They're about a 3.5 friendship, but that is because I do think that Samuel here would get closer to Ellis if he could. But even though Ellis isn't like the worst person to be around, sometimes he can be so self absorbed that it's hard to really be his friend and to get the friendship to be stronger. But there are times as roommates where they sit down and have, a sim kombucha together or have a little sim beer together. And then they may chat and laugh and even joke, have these conversations about their day or even the past, just because it's like a bond when you're just around each other a lot and you sometimes have these common moments. But that said, everything else about them can be quite opposite, guys. The closest thing they have in common is maybe how close their skin tones are. And that's crazy, but I'm just pointing out the obvious because there's nothing about them that's the same. Number one, Sam here, or Samuel, he is loyal. Like anything that he does is probably why he still lets Ellis hang around, because now that he's there and he's been his roommate for almost 2 years now, guys, he feels a loyalty to him, even if they aren't great friends. I also wanted Samuel's style to be a little bit different, not eclectic, but like he really has his own taste in fashion, and that's what he wears, right? Anyway, but that's why he has been friends for so long. He also has this dream of furthering his career, but I really don't want to tell you what his career is right now, because I want you to be a little shocked, because I feel like his career doesn't match his look. If that's a thing, we know that's a thing, right? It doesn't match it, even though you can't judge a book by its cover. But I want you to see, because he is the definition of that. He is also caring and compassionate. He also wants to find love, but he is not the focal point of the story, because none of them really are. We are rotational game playing this thing. I can't say none of them are, because definitely we know Nara will be one half of the couple, but I will say that even though Samuel isn't actively looking for love, it's something he wishes for. Whereas Ellis, the first Sam I built, he is actively searching for a woman. He wants to get married. He wants to have like a romance. He wants it to be kind of public. He thinks he's at a point in his life where being in a relationship can boost his career. And it doesn't have to be somebody else that's famous. People like a love story, and he knows this. And so I think that's why he's really out here searching. Does that mean that's all he wants? I think we have to see. I think you have to tune into the story and find out. We are going to do just a touch of whims based gameplay in this series, but I have a separate series for Whims. It will be back. It's a long running series. It's been on break for almost a year, but it will be back, guys. But right now, this is where we are, and we are playing these Sims, seeing how their lives go as roommates, seeing how they live in Del Sol Valley, because I am going to build their home in a speed build because I think I want to show you how I come up with it. I kind of know what I want to do. I definitely want to have a roommate's floor plan where you have rooms on opposite ends of the house so that there is like a mediocre of privacy in the house. I do want it to be where they have this relationship where they do respect each other's boundaries. They respect the friendship for the level that it is. But I would also say if something were to happen and like Ellis decided to move out on his own, I don't think either one of them would be too upset about that. They may, I don't know if they would call each other if they weren't living together. It's interesting because as we play, I want to see how strong their friendship is, but I also want to chase, like I said, some of their whims, some of their hopes and dreams, because I do want to zone in on their career. But at the end of the day, 90 Day Fiancé Sims 4 Edition is a romance. It is a love story. Let me know if you're excited for it. Oh, I also have you all building Sims. So what I will do is post the pictures of the Sims. You may even see votes if I get too many because I only need 3 extra Sims in this series. Hashtag them 90 Day KT. KT. Okay. Until next time, remember, keep simming, be happy, and always have a blessed day. Bye bye.